What's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharp. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary, yet another episode. Oh my gosh, you would think that we would run out of guests one day, but the list only gets longer and the people just keep being awesome. I can't say that they are more awesome, less awesome. That would be disrespectful to previous guests, but they are as awesome. And today is no exception. We have a Kentucky girl, all right, all the way from the great state. Sarah Thompson, what's going on?
Hey, Dave.
How are you? You proud to be a Kentucky girl?
Yes, I'm in my blue.
There you
Over
go.
here.
There you go. Yeah, I read your little part about having a dream or looking at people who sat front row at the Kentucky Wildcats game next to Rick Pitino, right? And always wondering, did those people, did they save their whole life to get that seat? Did they get lucky? Like, is that's kind of the things that you look at in Kentucky, or you anyways, and say, how do these people get this type of money? Is that right?
Yeah, or luck, or how did they know the people to get those tickets?
Mm.
Yeah.
Right, right, right. Yeah, it's interesting. You grow up in a big college sports town or state like that, like Indiana. Ohio's like that a little bit with their Buckeyes, right? Indiana's like that with their Hoosiers. I mean, Florida's a little bit like that with our Gators and Seminoles and stuff like that. Hurricanes, we get a little crazy. But but yeah, it's interesting. You see somebody sitting front row at a Miami Heat's game or whatever. You know that ticket costs $20,000. You know, I think thinking like, how can somebody spend $20,000 on a 2 or 3 hour ticket also stretches your mind a little bit as well. Like, because most people that would be a huge stretch, right?
Yes, huge, huge.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's the interesting thing is that there's people who spend that like you spend $20.
Right, at the drop of a hat.
Right. Now that's a mental exercise, right? Of kind of stretching your mindset about what's like really possible, right?
Right.
So tell us about how you grew up. Did you grow up around people with big money mindset, or what was life like growing up in Kentucky, and in what led you to eventually becoming a physical therapist, and then how did you find Legendary and start online marketing? See if you can package that
Whew,
up into a little nutshell for us.
those are a lot of questions. So I'm
Mm.
I'm from a really small town in Kentucky. We're coal miners and farmers where I'm from in Kentucky. Good people where I'm from. My parents both worked hard their whole life, but no online business people. No out of the box thinkers really. And I'm not saying that to insult my family. I'm just they're not that way. Um, how I became a physical therapist assistant, I was actually in a really tragic car accident, damaged both of my legs. I have nerve damage. Went through 8 months of physical therapy and decided that's the route I wanted to go. So I've been doing physical therapy for almost 15 years now, and I still love my job. It's very rewarding, but it's wearing my body out a little bit. I'm 35. I don't think that's old in any regard. But when I come home at the end of the day and my feet hurt, or my back hurts because I've had to lift people, or because I'm tired and I can't give the best of myself to the people who mean most to me, I started looking at, what else could I do? Because my family needs my income. My husband's a hard worker, but we like to have extra things. We like to do extra things. We like to travel, and we're used to a certain lifestyle. So for me to just quit my job is really not even something I would consider. So I actually had some free time at my job, um, on TikTok, and I kept seeing these videos of these people making money online. And, just like everybody else, I think will admit, they just scrolled right past initially, just, boop, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Very skeptical. That's me. Um, but I must have liked one of the videos at some point in time because they started showing up in my algorithm. So finally, I'm a tightwad as well. Finally, I was like, you know what? It's $7. I'm going to do it. I'm going to I'm going to see what it's about. And when I tell you that I spent that $7 and I was hooked, that's the truth. And I still tell people all the time, $7 is like, I kick myself for not spending that $7 the first time I saw the video. The 15-day business builder challenge is amazing. But I tell people all the time that these calls, these Wake Up Legendary calls, and the support you get with the Facebook group, it's unmatched. Like, there are days where I'll be down or I'll think I'm in a slump, and I'll listen to this call while I work at night, and it's like what I need to just push me a little bit, or, you know, to give me maybe a fresh idea or a new perspective. So that's really kind of how I got my start, and that's still what I'm doing. I mean, I still tell people I'm new. I mean, this is 11 weeks for me. I'm not in any way coming on here and saying I'm a pro or that I have it all figured out, because I don't. I'm learning as I go and making money as I go, and that's nice.
Yeah, no, congratulations for the money that you have made. You told me what that number was in your message, and I was pretty surprised. So I wanted to say congrats for that. Is that exciting? Is that life changing? What has that been like for you?
I mean, it's exciting because when I had my business plan advisor call with Josiah, he's awesome. Got to give that guy a huge shout out. My first goal was to make, I think, $1,000 by July, and then to make $2,500 by the end of July. And I mean, I've surpassed that. I don't want to say what I've made on here like I'm bragging, but it just happened. And it's definitely life-changing money. I mentioned I'm a tightwad. We were at Myrtle Beach last week, and I had prescription Oakley sunglasses, and the ocean took them. I mean, I had to either save my prescription sunglasses or my 5-year-old, and I went for the 5-year-old. But
good for you.
Yeah, it was a good choice. But normally that would be an expense that I would be like, gosh, you know, I don't want to spend that money. We don't really have that. I'll go to Walmart and buy some $10 glasses. But I'm going to go ahead and just get me another pair of prescription Oakley sunglasses.
You go, girl. Get you another pair of Oakleys.
Yeah. Maybe I should be an affiliate for Oakleys right now, because those things are game changer.
For real, dude.
But it's just things like that. Like, I haven't made the kind of money that, you know, I'm, you know, paying cash for a home or anything, but my family's going to be able to breathe a little easier because of it. You know, we just went on vacation, stress-free, and we're going on another vacation soon, and it's paid for. And that's nice.
Well, I just found out also that Oakley does have an affiliate program. All right. So just throwing that out there.
So I know. That is good to know. They might be hearing from me soon.
Yeah, it's like, hey, did you know that I was like the guest on July 29th for Wake Up Legendary, and I gave you guys a shout out? Okay,
Really
like
famous, and
I need to get paid. Right, exactly. Did you know I'm famous on TikTok and stuff?
Yeah. My daughter's, she's 11, and her softball team, they all know I'm on TikTok, and they're all like, Sarah, will you plug me? Sarah, can we do a TikTok?
Right. Can we swap shout outs?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So your husband brags on you a little bit, right? Tells your friends embarrassingly to you that you're famous on TikTok?
Yes, he's proud. When I started this, I didn't tell anybody. Well, I mean, obviously my husband knew. We share everything, and it was money, but I didn't tell my best friends. I didn't tell my parents until I made a little bit of money. I didn't tell those people. But my husband, we're like in the car, and he's like on the phone telling, all of his friends. I'm like, Jay, I don't really tell people. These are for strangers on the internet. Like, I'm new. But now he just tells me he's proud of me, which is nice. And I appreciate that.
Sure.
And I think I'm about to branch out and start on another form of social media other than just TikTok and a little bit of Pinterest. Just because I feel more confident in myself now about it. Like, when I first started, I felt confident in the training. I knew I had all the skills, but until you implement those and do it for a while, I guess I was kind of second guessing myself. But the more I do, the more confidence I have about it.
Yeah, say more about that. I mean, I think that's a big thing. That's like the number one thing that people are like all wanting to improve is their confidence. How do they feel more comfortable? How do they find their voice? How do they find their character, if you will? I mean, and I'm not saying you're not being authentic, you're not, but for me, honestly, like I do have an on switch when I'm recording content and when I'm taught that I'm a little bit more animated. I'm a little bit more of a I'm on versus when I'm hanging out on the couch, like I'm off and that's kind of my voice. That's sort of that's my messenger voice versus, my kind of hang out, lounge around at the house voice and personality. I'm a little bit more laid back there. But talk to us about how you found your voice, how you found your confidence. I mean, give us some specifics so people can kind of relate to your journey and be like, oh yeah, I'm there. And although they may feel like they're like failing or whatever, or not getting it, maybe you could help them, let them know that they're actually on the path. And even though it's uncomfortable, this is kind of what building confidence and stuff looks like. So anyways, say more about you building your confidence and stuff.
Okay. Well, when I first started TikTok, because that's what I do most of the time is TikTok. So it's videos and it's my face normally. My husband, when we went to Disney World a few years ago, I Snapchatted all of it for my family so they could see what I was doing. And he's like, Sarah, Snapchat helped you be comfortable on TikTok. So the best thing I can say about maybe making TikTok videos and being confident with that is that, you just got to trust what you're saying and just do it. Like I think everybody says this. You go back and look at my first TikToks and they're like, what was I even doing? But I won't delete those because that's how I started. And I don't want to give anybody the false pretense that when I started, I knew what I was doing. One of the things I say on my lives all the time is that I do stay authentic. I'm not going to be somebody who comes on here and says, y'all, I made $10,000 yesterday and I'm going to be a millionaire by October. Like that's not me. I'm only going to tell you the truth and I'm only going to be who I am. So realistically, I'm Sarah. I'm a healthcare worker. I had no prior experience, but I took a training that changed my life. And because I was willing to learn something new and implement some skills and give this a little bit of time, I've been able to be successful at it. So I think the best way to have confidence in what you're doing is to have confidence in yourself and your abilities to learn and put that out there. Because never in my videos did I say, I've got this 100% figured out, learn from me because I'm the best. Like that's not ever going to be what I say. I don't pride myself on it. I don't mean that. But, you see some people making TikToks and you just really doubt that they're being truthful. I don't know. I don't know if everybody feels that way or if it's just me. And I have found too, I feel like I should say this, my TikToks that get the most views or likes or comments are the TikToks where they're just me talking about me honestly. I had a TikTok go viral, or not viral, but get a lot of views a couple weeks ago. And it was me at 5 a.m. And I was talking about how I was going on vacation. And because of the $7 training I took a few months ago, I had a vacation budget that was bigger than what I expected. And it was just me, no makeup, my hair was a mess, being me. Because that's what people relate to.
Interesting.
If I was to come on here and say, I have a business degree and I've done this for 10 years, but you can do this too, I'd be like, oh yeah, but it's going to take me some time. But that's not really it. Like,
yeah,
I had no experience and I'm doing it. If I can do it, you can. If you're willing to learn,
Yeah. It's amazing how over the years I've continued to be astonished that the stuff that I think is going to work the least, or that I guess the best way to describe it is the stuff that I don't overthink. The stuff that I just get, like I have an idea and I implement it and I don't sit there and overthink it. Like it's just kind of like, okay, I got spaghetti, throw it against the wall, see if it sticks. Like those are the campaigns, those are the videos, those are the posts, those are the emails that always do the best. And I think one of the reasons why that is is because those are typically coming more from the heart. And what comes from the heart reaches the heart versus the ones that are super overthought. I really try to strategize them. And I go from my heart, I start creeping up into my head, and people can feel that. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, that I walk every day at my daughter's softball practice, and I made a 7-second video that said, you know, I took a $7 course. I don't have a boss. I didn't buy a uniform. I don't deal with products or shipping. Comment if you're interested. I would have to look to know the right number, but there's so many comments that I haven't even responded to all of them yet, because people just want to know how they can make more money. Like, there's not many people that you're going to encounter in the day that would say no to learning how to make more money, you know, and this training taught me how to make more money. And so it's easy for me to talk about it. You know, I'd tell anybody about it, you know. Those videos that are just genuine, just me, like I said, hair's a mess. I'm walking because I'm a busy mom at my daughter's softball practice. I've got a few seconds to tell you what I'm doing, and boom, people respond to that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not perfect. I don't have an office and 3 hours a day with a babysitter, and you know, I'm making this work as a full-time mom and wife and worker and busy person. And so that makes it relatable to other people, because that's where most people are.
Yeah.
Most people that need extra money don't sit around in their lazy chair thinking, oh yeah, I could do that. You know, most people are already stretched for time.
Kara Morrison said, that's why I think I've gotten stagnant, stuck in my head again. What would you say to her?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. That can be me too, but don't stay there, because I had to have a talk with myself that week. You know, I will go through doubting myself or thinking I'm doing the same thing everybody else is doing. Is this going to be overpopulated? Or, you know, are people getting tired of me saying the same thing over and over again? But as soon as I do that, I'll just continue what I'm doing, and then I'll get reassurance that I'm doing the right thing. So just keep on. If I'm a firm believer that if in your heart you know what you're doing is right, then you can't be wrong. You know, if you go to sleep at night and you think, I didn't do anything today wrong, I did all I could do for myself, keep doing it. You know, keep pushing, because I think I made my first big commission at 5 weeks. And I don't know how many times in that first 5 weeks I thought, am I wasting my time? Or am I going to feel silly if in another month this doesn't pan out for me? But in the back of my mind, I kept telling myself, because of those mindset trainings, Sarah, you can do this. You have learned how to do this. You have people supporting you, telling you can do this. So just stick with it. Stay with it, and you can do it. So that's what I would tell you. Get out of your head. Go for a walk. Clear your mind. Something I do sometimes too, and I mean, there's 3 people that I look up to other than you, Dave. Stacey Law, Barb McGowan, and Sarah, the affiliate, the blonde affiliate. But like those 3, I watch them and I get inspiration from them. I don't copy them, but you know, if you feel stuck and you're seeing other people that you think aren't stuck, go see what they're doing. Reach out to them, message them, say, man, I'm stuck. You got anything for me? Go back and watch these Wake Up Legendaries. See what other people are doing, because I'm willing to bet that everybody can relate to being stuck in your own head.
Yeah. There's so much inspiration around. It's when we look at somebody, it's that information can either cut, you know, when we look at them, it can either be translated as inspiration to get us fired up to go and you know, share our message and what we know more authentically and get fired up, or it can kind of translate and transfer right into our head as like, oh, you know, and then that leads to the overthinking. So I think we have to realize that marketing is art and science. The science is that there are certain processes that work better than others, but the art is, this is the best way for me to explain the art. An artist gets inspiration from looking at something or seeing a painting or seeing a man or woman or seeing a beautiful sunset. And then they paint, maybe not even that sunset. Sometimes they do an exact copy of that, but rarely, most of the time it's like, where did you get your inspiration from that? Well, I saw this beautiful woman and, you know, sorry, this just popped into my head. I don't mean to be creepy with sounding like, but the curves or this man and the sculpting of his, abs, kind of like my six pack that's coming, it's on its way. But whatever it is, right? It's like, oh, I was inspired by that. And that doesn't mean that I'm copying, but that's where I got like my inspiration. Like, I think watching other people do their thing, for me, when I see somebody who's passionate and they're doing their thing, I'm like, God, yes, I'm going to do my thing too. Right. So I think that, that kind of transferring somebody else's power in the form of inspiration, like you're talking about, looking at somebody, but not letting it go to the head in the form of overthinking and comparisonitis. Have you struggled with any comparisonitis up until this point? And how do you battle that?
Of course, I think it's just natural for us to compare ourselves to other people. I try not to let it get in my head, but the people that I said I watched at first, like they were talking about making $20,000 in their first month, and I haven't done that. But then I think about my lifestyle, and I'm not saying I'm any busier than anybody else, but I do have a full time job. I have two kids that are full time. We're involved in church. My husband started his own business the same month I did. He's a contractor, a full time contractor, and he's also a high school umpire and referee. He has a busy lifestyle. So I tell people all the time, if I had more time with this, I feel like I could do more. And when people ask about like the business blueprints, like I've touched on those, but it's ongoing. There's so much education there, and I just need time to get to those. But right now I'm doing the best with my time that I can. My kids are young now, and so if I have to make choices about that. So I do tend to compare myself to people who are doing better than me, and not to be ugly, but then I compare myself to other people who I'm doing better than. And I'm just like, we're all just doing the best we can. Because when I say
Yeah.
that the beauty of being an online business owner is that you don't have a boss, that's what I mean. Somebody asked me the other day, so who tells you what time to post your TikToks? And I'm like, nobody. Like, nobody tells me what to say, what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Like, it's all me, So what I've made is because of my work. What I haven't made is because of my lack of time. What I will make in the future is because I'm going to commit more to it. And that's the beauty of being a business owner.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you feel like that pressure, like what you just said, where it's all on you, has that been empowering or intimidating?
It can be both, you know, mostly empowering, but sometimes intimidating, because I'm the kind of learner and person that I have to do something new. I have to have uninterrupted time. Like, I love my children, but they can't be running around and me be focused on something. And some people can, and that's amazing for them. Um, so me being a business owner is something I never even thought I would say, but I'm doing it, and I'm kind of doing good. That's empowering. Am I intimidated by all that I don't know yet and all that I haven't conquered yet? A little bit, but I have the confidence that I can do it. So a little bit of both there, but mostly I'm empowered by it because I never thought I could do it, honestly, and I am.
Was that confidence that you say, have the confidence that I know I can do it? Was that something that you think existed before, or do you think that has been built in the months since you started?
That has definitely been built in the months since I started. Um, like I said, I had no prior business experience at all. But whenever it's explained to you in a way that you understand, it's not rocket science. No, it's new. I tell people all the time, it's something I've never done before. I had never heard the terms funnel builder, email autoresponder. That was all foreign to me in April. Okay. But because of the education I received, I understand it, and I know how to move forward with it. Now, I need more time to do more, but the confidence that I have about it is there, largely too because of all of the talk about your mindset and how you speak to yourself. Um, I there was somebody on here the other day, I think it was you, Dave, actually, who said something like, "My wife and I aren't doing good. We're going to get a divorce." And you said, "Don't speak that into existence. Don't give that life. Don't give that wings." So when I start to think I'm never going to have time to make my business any more successful, I think, yes, you are. Like, you've got time off at work. If you wanted, some extra time, take a day off and do it. Or when I did the training, I was actually between travel sports times and I had more time. That's when I implemented all my stuff. We're at a really busy point in our lives right now, so I don't have that extra time, but I know it'll be there again. It's your mindset is so important, and how you speak to yourself. And it's even kind of changed how I speak to my children a little bit. Like, we're not going to say I can't do that. We're not going to say this is too hard. We can say I had a bad day. Today wasn't good, but that doesn't mean tomorrow can't be good.
Yeah. I do the same thing with my kids. I really challenge them. I don't shame them if they say I can't, because they don't know, they're just trying out language. But
Right.
I say, I don't even, sometimes I joke. I'm like, can't, I've never heard of that word. What does that word mean? I don't know. It can't, I don't use that word. Do you want to use that word? Just kind of teaching them, to try to delete that word from their vocabulary.
Right.
My dad used to say, "Can't, never, could, do nothing." Right? That was his way of his way of kind of telling me, stop crying, basically, and saying that you can't do shit, and start doing it. The other thing that he used to do, and he still does, if I'm frustrated with something, he'll be like, "Don't let it whoop you," right? And so, listen, I wanted to ask, like, there's people who I know who have more views on their videos than you do, but have gotten a lot less leads and made less money. What would you attribute to getting people from your content into your funnel? Are you given a hardcore call to action every video? Click the link in my bio. Talk to us a little bit about how you end your videos or tie your content into actually them checking out the link in your bio and then going through to check out what you're promoting as an affiliate.
I definitely have a call to action at the end of all my videos. Sometimes I feel really silly putting that in there, but it's kind of proven to work. Another thing I do with my videos is I always start with a hook, which y'all say that. And then in the comments, something I did on a video that went viral, one of them, was leave a comment if you have more questions. And then that opens up the people who are actually watching the full video, because they listen to the video if they left a comment. And then it gives you a communication with them. You can then follow them back and message with them. They can ask you questions, because I feel like I answer a ton of questions in the videos I make every day. But like, I have over 40,000 followers, but if one of my videos gets 300 views, I don't know what percentage that is, like 1%, so most of my followers don't even see all my videos, so I always direct people to the link in my bio. Something else I do that could be right or could be wrong, I don't know, because I was a skeptical person at first. I just always say, follow me. If you think this is a scam, or if you think I'm gonna fail, I don't say that, but follow me, watch my journey. It's almost like I dare you, because, and I've got people who have messaged me that have said, I was your follower when you had 1,000 people and had made no money, and I love seeing what you've done now.
That's cool.
And I don't know if those people have bought or not. I don't mean that, but you always have to give people something to do at the end of your video. You don't want them to just scroll right past and think, oh, that was cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
For me, the comments is big, because like I said, that opens up a communication with them, and then even if we start like direct messaging, it's almost like a relationship is formed there. And I don't mean this to sound ugly, but like, people in my town have said, I follow you on TikTok, you didn't follow me back. And I'm like, oh, I don't I didn't mean not to.
Don't you know I'm famous?
Well, I mean, in TikTok
Don't
names.
you know I got thousands of followers, and I didn't, and the fact that you followed me got lost in my thousands of notifications?
I didn't mean
Sorry.
that. I didn't mean that. I just meant like TikTok names are weird. Like they don't even say your name half the time. Like
Yeah.
I don't know these people who are messaging me. I don't know their situation. What I do know in my life is that an extra $1,000 a month is game changer, or a week or 2 days, whatever it is. It's game changer. So let people know that you did it and they can do it too if you take the same steps you did.
Yeah. Or whatever your niche is, right? I mean, we tend to talk a lot about the make money online niche here on the show, and the truth is this works in any niche. It's just about learning the content, the questions, the pain points of the target customer in that niche, and kind of devoting at least a particular channel about that topic. You said something about like direct messaging people, and I wondered, how do you try to follow people who follow you, and also how do you engage with them? I was talking to somebody last night who said, I love the idea of conversational selling and connecting people in the DMs and stuff like that, but like the chatting it up with tons of people is time consuming as hell and can be overwhelming. So how do you operate, and has it proven to get any results for you by doing so?
I don't follow everybody back that follows me. If they leave a comment and they say they want to message me or anything like that, I will follow them and direct message them then. I don't spend a lot of time in my DMs. But I feel like people are more comfortable asking you questions there, personal questions, like I'm a mom of 4. I really don't have time. Can I really do this? And that's when that gives me an opportunity to say, of course you can. Or I had somebody in my Q&A the other day say they're in a wheelchair. Can they do this? Or, truck drivers who their time is totally different than somebody who works a regular 9 to 5. Can I do this? And I don't spend a lot of time in my DMs, but I do feel like people that I message directly, we have like a more of a relationship, and they trust me in what I'm saying a little bit more. Because I feel like, and I don't know a lot about sales, but I feel like somebody who's authentic and real, I'm more likely to trust them. That's one of the things I liked about you. Like, you didn't come on here and say, hi, I'm Dave, and I have an MBA, and blah blah blah. I'm a genius, but you can learn from me. Like, you're just real. You're actually my husband. Y'all have a lot of the same story, and so I can relate to that. And so that's what I try to do. I feel like the best thing you can do is just be yourself, be normal, because people are normal too.
Yeah, a lot of dudes have the same story as I do. I mean, it's really kind of just a pretty common dude thing. We just do really dumb shit when we're young sometimes. Sometimes we get into drugs and alcohol. We work construction. We do those things. You know what I mean? I would have stayed in construction and made it a career, honestly, if I wouldn't have, which I think it's a great career. Congrats to your husband for starting his business. Well, Sarah, look, you are like just really easy to listen to, and seriously, like so clear, so cool. I'm so happy for you, proud of you. Shout out to your awesome husband for being awesome and supportive, and just kind of keep doing what you're doing. It's working, and looks good on you, and I can tell that you're helping people, and you're making money, and you're having fun, and it'll be awesome to see where you go over the next year. But I hope you'll come back before then and keep us kind of updated on your journey.
I hope so too.
All right, cool. Well, I will let you get on with your busy day. I know you've got kids and work and all kinds of things going on, and we'll check in on the next episode. Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dave.
All right, Sarah. See ya. All right, guys. she is super cool. You guys should go follow her and connect with her and have her as a part of your network. I mean, just so much value and wisdom from somebody who's been doing this for such a short period of time. Like, I think that's one of the things that a lot of times we forget is how much we can learn in a short period of time. Each one of you guys who are watching this, who are thinking, oh, I've got to be doing this for years and years and years before I can have value to give and experience to give before I can actually step into a role of like a leader or a teacher. Day after day, we have people here, and Sarah is a phenomenal example of somebody who's been doing this for just a couple of months and few months, 3 or 4 months, I think, and is full of wisdom and information, full of experience from things, and some of it is from training that she's done, but most of it is from taking that and implementing it. And now she's got the experience to be able to share with people. Just before we end, I just wanted to point that out, that each and every day that you don't build up your experience bank, right? It's like a savings account of value. Each thing that you like, let me put it to you like this. You wonder, how do I become more valuable and how do I give value to the marketplace? You do stuff. You build up your experience savings account, and then you can talk about those experiences, talk about what worked and talk about what didn't work. And that's value. That's value. And that's exactly what each and every person who comes on this show every day has in common. They're not from the same place. They don't have the same accent. They don't have the same upbringing. But you know what? They all have that experience from the training that they've taken, but the action that they've taken. That's their value. And that's what they're using to be able to teach and train and inspire and deliver value to the marketplace. It's literally learn, do, teach. Write that down, because that's the common thread that ties all of these incredible guests and members of your community right here together. All right. So have a fantastic day. Get out of here. I'm sure you guys have busy days. Take some action to build up your experience savings account today, and you can deliver that experience as value as soon as tomorrow. Get out of here. Peace. See you back here tomorrow.